Welcome to the Rink Report, presented by Telhio Credit Union. Dylan Tyre here with you ahead of tonight's game between the Blue Jackets and the Nashville Predators. Two teams looking to build a little bit of momentum tonight here at Nationwide Arena. Nashville has lost 3 consecutive games. They haven't won since the NHL Global Series in Prague. On the other side of things, the Blue Jackets feeling good. They're coming off a 4-3 overtime victory against the Canucks just a couple of nights ago here in Columbus. And for more on that outstanding effort, here are Bob McElligott and Jody Shelley.
Well, Jody, as the Blue Jackets come into this game tonight, it's a much better feeling in the building. It has been for the last 48 hours because they come in off a win in their last game.
2 points in the bag at home for the Blue Jackets. And, you know, it wasn't easy, Bob. They had to find the way they want to play. And it's a relentless style of game. How many times do they say that when this Blue Jackets team plays well? After pucks, and I thought, of course, Blankenburg and Boone Jenner led the way. Just kind of the will to show this is how it's going to be here in Columbus. And how about them getting results? I mean, that's the big deal here is that, you know, you can put in the work and stay frustrated and not get the victory and say, boy, we played well, we should have won, but they got the 2 points. It was a magical night at Nationwide Arena. Let's see if that carries over here tonight. I have a feeling it will because they have to play that brand of hockey that they're familiar with.
Well, when you talk about identity, and Nick Blankenburg really set the tone personally early in that game against Vancouver, but another guy that set a tone was Matthew Olivier. And he was acquired by the Blue Jackets over the summer to come in and do exactly what he did to provide physical play. But he and Sean Corrali, Eric Robinson, they have become a very trustworthy fourth line. And tonight, Olivier is playing against his former teammates in the Nashville Predators. That's where he was traded from this summer. And that'll give him a little extra spark. But those guys, as a trio, are fun to watch.
Oh, well, they expect a lot of themselves. You know, they're not happy with how they've played to this point. And I think Brad Larson expects more out of them. You know, they're good defensively. They're strong in face-offs. They're very straight ahead and simple the way in what they play. But they need more attack in their game. And Sean Corrali is a player that is very detail-oriented. He expects so much of himself. He's a good communicator on the ice, and he really drives this line. So for Olivier to come to a new team, it's an ideal situation to be paired with him and Robinson. Now, Robinson, too, is getting chances, but he's got to get some finish to his game. And then this line, they can provide the spark, and especially tonight against the Predators, play in the offensive zone with the puck, but also attack UC Soros.
And this Nashville team, they haven't won since they went over to Prague to start the season. They're going to be another tough opponent here. I know they're all tough, for sure, but this is a team that's on a mission. They want to get another win.
This is a team that could be in the have a long run in the playoffs this year. And you know, they're big, they're fast. Their MO is they want to compete hard in every single shift. They weren't happy with last game against the LA Kings where they lost in a shootout. This is a team that expects to be 5-0 on the season. So for the Blue Jackets tonight, another big task, but I think it's one where it's important because, you know, the first 3 games, spurts of their identity were there. Last game, it was there long enough to get the victory. Tonight, it's got to be there all night long. It's got to be hard on pucks, initiate contact, and, of course, go after the goaltender and crash the net. This is a team it's not going to be a skill game tonight for the Blue Jackets. It's got to be roll up your sleeves and get to work.
All right, that's the way we see it. Dylan, back to you.
Thanks again to Bob and Jody. The Blue Jackets tonight really looking to roll one victory into another. And Jack Roslovic said earlier today the Blue Jackets just have to play their game and do exactly what they did against the Canucks.
You know, it was a team that was struggling, and we got another team that's struggling. So, you know, you struggling in a light term. I mean, it's only been 3 games. So it's good. We got to stick to what we did last game and try to build momentum in our favor, and especially at home, we got to use that.
On the other side of things, the Nashville Predators looking for their first victory in 2 weeks, coming off of a disappointing 4-3 shootout loss in Nashville to the LA Kings on Tuesday night. And to get a feel for what's going on with the Preds, I was able to catch up with longtime NHL defenseman and current Nashville radio analyst Hal Gill. Hal, it's been a while since Nashville's won a game. 3 straight losses coming into this one against the Blue Jackets, and a tough one in their last game against the Kings in a shootout. What's the vibe in that room right now?
It's tough right now. They had that trip going to playing over in Prague and had a lot of success there. 2 wins. Since they came back, they've just been flat. The first 2 games, they played Dallas back-to-back, a home and home, and they were just flat. They didn't have their edge. They played a little bit better against the Kings, but couldn't get the results. Dwindled away a lead at the third and kind of fell away from them. But yeah, they're just a little flat. They need to pick up their tempo, get their pace going, but they're not panicked. They need that urgency.
Two big additions for Nashville this season. Nino Niederreiter, a former Carolina Hurricane, and then, of course, Ryan McDonough coming over from the Tampa Bay Lightning. How are those guys gelling into that room?
Nino's looked really good. He's clicking. He's playing with Ryan Johansson on that second line with Ellie Tolvanen, and they've had some success. They look good. They have some chemistry there. Ryan McDonough, we all know what we're going to get from him. He's got that Stanley Cup pedigree, and a lot of fun to watch. Really smart player, and he fits in with Matthias Ekholm. Matthias Ekholm moving over to the right side has been a little bit of a challenge, a little change for him, but they seem to be clicking as well. They look good out there.
Niederreiter, 4 goals in his first 5 games with Nashville. Who are some other guys to watch in this one?
Well, it's Forsberg, Duchesne. Gronlund looks really strong out there. They have their spurts. That's their first line. Cody Glass, a young kid playing on the fourth line, looked pretty good. He got his first goal the other night. There's guys playing in spurts. There's the checking line, if you will, Sissons, Trennan, and Jeannot. They're going to go out there and battle and compete. Jeannot got a goal the other night, so they can keep pushing and playing and dictating the pace of the game. But no one is really consistent right now, so they're looking for that consistency.
All right, Hal, thanks very much for being with us. We appreciate it.
Thanks for having me, guys.
So the Blue Jackets and the Nashville Predators tonight should be a fun physical matchup where the Blue Jackets on one side, they want to build off their Tuesday night victory here in Columbus. Then Nashville, they're just looking for 2 points. That'll do it for the Rink Report presented by Telhio Credit Union. For Bob McElligott and Jody Shelley, I'm Dylan Tyre saying enjoy the game.